What's up, everybody? We are live. I am sorry that we are 30 minutes late. We have a really good card on Saturday. We got Volkov versus Curtis Blaydes. Joining me is my co-host, Kelvin. Kelvin, what's up, dude?
What's up, man? I'm ready to do this. Last week was awesome. This card, and last week, everyone was talking about how shitty the card was, but like that shit delivered, bro. Like I remember, like the first three fights ended inside of a minute or something like that. Like awesome night of fights. Now this card you can actually consider stacked, and I think the action's gonna deliver here, man. I can't wait to talk these fights.
Yeah, I was at the beach, so I didn't watch all the fights live. I did watch them the next day, but I gotta say this. Coming off, I'm not one of the hide. So I've lost five of my last six cards. I'm definitely in a slump right now. But I love all my haters out there. I love everyone thinking that I'm done. All this stuff like this is a hobby for me. This isn't a full-time job like a lot of people. But I'll be back, dude. I mean, people, I can see people right now probably laughing like, oh, Justin's, he's in a slump. He's in a fucking and be in a slump for a long time. It's not going to happen. I'll be back, and it's going to happen this week. I cannot wait for this card. And let's talk about last card. So the first fight, we got to talk about the main event: Calvillo versus Jessica I. I'm a little pissed about it because I wanted to bet Calvillo, and then when she got steamed into juice, I didn't pull the trigger. I picked her to win, and she went out there and got a dominant win. What do you think about that fight?
Dude, that was a great performance by Calvillo. Like, I kind of underestimated her a little bit. I was completely opposite side of you, man. Like, I really wanted to pull the trigger on Jessica I, especially when the odds, like, I want to say she closed around plus 130, plus 125. Even right before the fight started, she was like plus 137. And I even wanted to pull the trigger, even though I wouldn't be able to track it. Like, I was pretty confident in Jessica I, and like Calvillo looked great. I think 125 is definitely the weight class for her. I mean, other than Valentina Shevchenko, we haven't really seen Jessica I dominated like that at 125 pounds. I thought it was a clear cut, at least 4-1 for Calvillo. I think one of the judges had it 3-2, right? Which is pretty crazy. I thought the only round you could argue for I is probably round one. But yeah, man, like I'm impressed with Cynthia. She's really good.
Yeah, I see everybody in the chat saying that you didn't apologize for being late. Okay, I'm sorry for being 30 minutes late. I'm sorry. All right, next. God, everyone's like talking shit right now. I'm 30 minutes late. Next fight, we got Vettori versus Baby K. Okay, yeah, obviously, I talked a lot of shit all week on Baby K, and he went out there and got destroyed. So congrats on your Vettori bet. Congrats to everybody out there that picked and bet Vettori. I can admit when I'm wrong. And, Baby K got smoked. It is what it is. He probably needs to go to 205, work on his wrestling. But, it is what it is. Kelton, I already know you're going to be all fucking happy. What's up?
Yeah, man, I don't know what the deal was with Roberson because, like, I mean, you brought up some good points in your breakdown. Roberson has, like, great qualities to him, but, like, something's missing, bro. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's, like, just professionalism and work ethic because, like, you hear the guy in interviews this past week saying, oh, I got a nutritionist. It's all good now. And then he comes out and misses weight by 5 pounds. I'm like, wow, I'm more confident in my Marvin Vettori bet at this point, man. I mean, like, that was bad. Missing weight and then just the way it went from there. Not good. I guess Justin wanted to run off on us, but, dude, I think Marvin Vettori is definitely at least top 15. I think they put him in the rankings now. He should be getting a big fight here. I'd have to look at the rankings, see who he could get. He had that fight against Omari Akhmedov. He went to draw with him. That's a ranked guy. I saw Omari is fighting Chris Weidman. That's going to be a crazy one. Yeah, man. Justin, I don't know where Justin went, but that was a great performance by Vettori. I'm just going to bounce on to the next fight now. So, dude, Charles Rosa beating Kevin Aguilar. I mean, wow. Kevin Aguilar, he came out and won that first round.
Sorry, man.
You're good, bro. I was just talking about how horrible of a bet you made. Oh, I'm just playing. But no, speaking of horrible, dude, how about that performance from Kevin Aguilar? Like, and speaking of which, like, why was that fight ahead of Andre Fili versus Charles Jourdain? Like, what the fuck was that all about? And then, so he comes out, wins the first round, and then just completely falls flat. He was pretty out of shape, to be honest. And Charles Rosa just had more volume. He absolutely deserved that win, clearly won it. What do you think of that fight, bro?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't even watch that fight, so I have no idea what happened. I know that Rosa got the win. I'll have to rewatch it,
Don't
but I
watch
think
it. Just don't even
yeah.
watch it.
Okay, I heard it was terrible. Yeah. So congrats to Rosa for getting the win. Kevin Aguilar, I heard showed up fat, so he'll probably gonna get cut. Yeah, Rosa will probably be faded. Next fight, Fili versus Jourdain. Yeah, you know what? I know I was talking shit the other day. I said that Jourdain got robbed. I don't think he got robbed. I thought it was a close fight, but he looked good. A lot of people were counting him out, and they're saying that Fili was gonna smoke him and all this stuff. Brandon K. I see you in the chat right now. You were saying that, dude, Jourdain's gonna get killed, dude. He actually looked pretty fucking good, dude. I mean, I think he could have won the first 2 rounds, but Fili is a veteran and he got the split decision. It is what it is. I think Jourdain deserves a big fight next. Give him a fucking a veteran. What do you think about that matchup?
Yeah, I mean, depends what your definition of big fight is. Yeah, like a vet that's kind of on the way out, maybe like a big name to build him up. Yeah, but he shouldn't be fighting no top 20 guy right now. I think Andre kind of proved that, and it was
give
a good.
Give him Gilbert Melendez.
Oh Jesus Christ, dude! Is he even still fighting?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Anyway, geez, you made me lose my train of thought. Oh yeah, Fili, man, he could have made that fight a lot more clear than it actually was. He just, I mean, what, he didn't shoot did he even shoot in the first round? If he did, it wasn't till 4 minutes into the first round or 4 minutes into the second round. I got to rewatch it, but I know he did not shoot nearly as much as he should have. He gave Jourdain way too many opportunities on the feet, but hey, he still got the job done. I thought it was pretty clear. Jourdain round one, he got the knockdown. That's right. Fili did get a takedown in round two, round one, I'm pretty sure. But Jourdain got the knockdown in round one, so I guess you could argue that went to him. And then in round two, Jourdain, I'd have to look at the stats, but Jourdain definitely threw more in round two. But I kind of feel like Andre landed the cleaner, harder shots. But rounds 1 and 2 were close, bro. I mean, I was kind of worried for Fili bettors that they were about to maybe not get robbed, but that probably would have been the wrong side of the decision if Charles Jourdain won that. So, yeah, I don't know what to think of Andre fighting way closer than he should have there. Probably not the best fight IQ. I mean, he should have been a lot more relentless with the wrestling, but hey, he got the job done. Fight before that, bro, big surprise to me. I picked Jordan Espinoza, but I didn't think he was going to beat the shit out of Mark De La Rosa like that. I'm pretty sure Jordan Espinoza ended up on the optimal lineup on DraftKings. He landed some crazy amount of strikes. I knew De La Rosa was a punching bag going in, but damn, Espinoza, he showed up. His gas tank seemed to be on point too. When Jordan Espinoza isn't getting subbed easily on the mat, he looks like a world beater, man. What do you think?
Yeah, dude, he went out there and looked pretty good, dude. I mean, I liked him in the past. I know I bet on him versus Shelton, but his last 2 fights, he got subbed against 2 pretty good guys. Yeah, he went out there and dominated and showed De La Rosa that he's not UFC material. Next fight, I already got a lot of shit on this fight. We got Agapova versus Cifers. Everyone acts in love with Cifers. They're like, dude, Justin, you're in love with her. Okay, I think that she's a cool chick, but she's not attractive. So so many people think that I'm in love with her. She's a brawler. I like Cifers because she looks like she's a farm girl, but the fact that she can fight too. But I mean, she's not really she can still win fights in the UFC. I just think Agapova is way too bigger than her. Our boy Guru was saying that she's gonna be a top 5 guy or top 5 girl. I don't know if I agree with that, but yeah, she looked good. Give her maybe Courtney Casey after she beats Julian Roberson. What do you think about that fight?
Dude, I think Agapova is the truth. I mean, I know she just beat Hannah Cifers, an atom weight. You can't even really say a straw weight. This girl was half Agapova's size, but if you want to speak on skill, just the showcase, she looked amazing in there. People are making comparisons to Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and I can definitely see some of that. I can see the swagger about her, the confidence for sure. And if you want to look at her Contender Series fight against Tracy Cortez, I mean,
dude, that's crazy.
Leaps and bounds. She's leaps and bounds better at this point. That's probably just as a result of her being at American Top Team and training with all those girls. So great win for her, man. I can't wait to see her against like a real flyweight. And yeah, I had her in a parlay. Unfortunately, I didn't cash it because who was it that fucked it up for me? Anthony Ivy fucked it up for me. Now I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about that fight.
Me too. Me too.
So yeah, man. Yeah, I'm pumped for Agapova's career trajectory. Like, she's what, 23 years old? I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, she's got a long way to go. It's going to be a good career to watch out for.
She's pretty like built too. I remember like her fight against Cortez. She was kind of chubby, and now she's like fucking like shredded, dude. It's crazy.
Dude, she might have found the ATD doctor.
Yeah, she's on that Brazilian acai. You know what I mean? Next fight we got Merab versus Gustavo. Not much to say. You know, Merab's a good fighter. You know, he deserves a top 10 guy, and that's pretty much it. He looked good. He looked really good, and yeah, he's a beast. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Merab for not making me look stupid by putting him in 95% of my DraftKings lineups. He went out and I think he might have even beat Tim, or if he didn't beat it, he came close to it. Tim Elliott's 3-round fight record for DraftKings. I want to say Merab scored something like 172, like ridiculous. Broke his own takedown record. Had like 13 takedowns, 9 advances, like 70-something significant strikes. Just like a showcase of how much of a machine this guy is. And man, I really wish we could have seen him fight Ray Borg, though. Like, he was such easy money against Ray Borg. I hope they rebook that, but best wishes to Ray Borg. I know he had to pull out due to some serious shit, but yeah, man. But the fight before that, dude, like, here's a chick I'm super hyped on. Like, she's really good, and she just took another fight. Like, she's fighting again in like 2 or 3 weeks. Julia Avila just went out and wow. I mean, Gina Mazzani made Julia Avila look like fucking cyborg in there. Like, she just went out and mollywopped her. That's all I got to say. It was just like a mismatch and a half. Easily the biggest mismatch on the card if I look through it. That or the Merab fight, like, damn.
Yeah, dude, she's a good prospect, dude. I like her. She's a geologist too in real life. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, made quick work. I should have bet her on the distance.
Who's she fighting again?
Nico Montano.
That's right. Oh, she's gonna beat Nico.
Yeah, she'll smoke her, dude. I wanted to fight like fucking Lena Landsberg. That'd be sick. Or what I like to say, Steven Glansberg. So next fight, Tyson Nam versus the newcomer. Yeah, I mean, I know you don't want to talk about that, but Tyson Nam went out there and got a quick KO. Crazy. What do you want to say about it?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is like one of my top 3 worst bets of the entire year. Like, basically my thought was like I really wanted to bet, like of course we want to look for underdogs, we want to find value in, and like just my thought process was Tyson Nam is a guy who's already on my fade list. Like, he's older for the division, he doesn't have that much volume, and then like I watch tape on this Adeshev kid, and I see his striking, I watch his grappling improve fight to fight. So like, I know this kid's not at some big grappling advantage here. I think he's going to out volume Nam, but like, I just basically underestimated the power and the experience of Tyson Nam, and he just caught him with the perfect shot. And not only that, dude, I mean, he showed up completely out of shape, bro. I mean, he, like, usually in his fights, he's not the most, like, he's in shape, but like, he's definitely not the most ripped guy. He usually always has, I like to call it a muscle gut is what he had. But for this fight, dude, he just had a gut, plain and simple. He went out and got smoked. Tyson, the shape of his life, versus Zaruk, who looked like he just got off the couch 5 days ago. So like, yeah, I mean, I forced a dog bet there just because there's no other ones on the card I like. He was fighting a guy on my fade list, so it is what it is. Definitely got to look out for, not betting fucking dudes coming off the couch on 4 days notice anymore. But yeah, that was a bad one. But the first fight of the night might have even been fucking worse, dude. Like, so this dude, Anthony Ivy, I watch him on tape and like, I don't know, man. Like, I seen him take punches, and like there was no red flags when it came to his striking, really. If anything, I saw his striking improve little by little over time. Like,
oh shit, this is bomb.
I never seen him like really rocked too bad or anything like that, man. And of course, his grappling, that's his bread and butter. I thought he was just going to come out here and relentlessly take down Christian Aguilera, wear him out, break him. But I mean, what was it? 40 seconds into the fight, as soon as Aguilera lands one clean punch, this dude Ivy, I mean, it's like a deer in headlights. Like, he looked like he had never been punched by a real fighter before. And like, we're talking about Christian Aguilera, who, I mean, if it wasn't for all this crazy COVID shit where they need so many, short replacements, this guy probably would have never been in the UFC, man. So, like, I don't know. Anthony Ivy, like, he's going to be a big time fade if they end up keeping him in the UFC, just for the fact that, like, if that wasn't a red flag for a career trajectory, I don't know what is. That was just bad, man. As for Aguilera, like, congrats, you got the first round KO, good job, but like, wait till you fight a real fighter, bro.
Yeah, not much to say there. Aguilar got a quick KO. Anthony Ivy, he's a jobber, and is what it is. What you ready to dive in this card?
Let's do it.
All right, first fight of the night, we got Austin Hubbard versus Max. How do you pronounce his last name?
I think it's Rohskopf.
Rohskopf. Okay, Rohskopf. This is an interesting fight. This is actually a close fight. I've been actually having a tough time with this fight. This kid making his debut, he's green, he's 5-0, he's 25. He's a really good wrestler. All of his wins are by submission. He's faced jobbers. I think his best wins probably against that kid from Contender Series, Zach Sane, who Justin Gonzalez beat. But yeah, anyways, good wrestling. He has a good right hand, good submissions. But, Austin Hubbard, the thing with Austin Hubbard is that he just doesn't really have a lot of power and he doesn't have a lot of volume. But one thing I like about him, he has really good cardio. And Max, the kid, has only been out of the second round once. So if this fight goes late, I definitely think Hubbard can take over. But, Davy Ramos beat him with the grappling, even though Ramos, kept it on the feet for the majority of the fight. And then Madsen went out there and beat him with the grappling. And Madsen's a really Olympic good wrestler. But Hubbard, good chin, good leg kicks, good pressure, good right hand. He just doesn't have that power, man. I mean, if I knew, he had power, I'd probably take a shot at him here. I do think he's live, but I'm going to go with Max. I just think that, losing the grapplers and now you're facing a legit grappler. I know he's only 25, but this kid's no joke, dude. He trains in Vegas, Extreme Couture. I got to go with Max, and I think he's going to be a good play on DraftKings. I know you're going to agree with me there. And I'll go with Max with a decision. What about you?
Yeah, man, you pretty much nailed it. But my main thing is, and I'm sure you agree, like, just from a betting perspective, this is just such a big pass just based on the line. Like, this kid is what, minus 170, minus 180 range. And like, do you really want to pay that kind of juice on a 5-0 fighter taking this fight on a week notice? Granted, Austin Hubbard, yeah, he's, definitely towards the lower end of the division, but like, you look at his UFC record. He's 1-2, but the Davy Ramos fight, like, hey, you didn't get submitted by a serious black belt, and you're right, that fight was kept mostly on the feet. But still, to not get subbed by that guy, got to win his next fight out, and then against Mark Madsen, the Olympian. He put a wrestling clinic on Hubbard there, but that third round, man, Hubbard dominated. He had the much better cardio. You could just tell he was the seasoned MMA fighter, the more experienced MMA fighter. Because we remember for Madsen at that point, Austin Hubbard was a huge step up for Mark Madsen, just like Austin Hubbard he's a huge step up for this Max kid. So I would definitely be careful about betting him at this kind of juice. But Justin's right. I think at 8,400 on DraftKings, 8,400 usually implies something like minus 150 odds. So compared to the odds there is now, that's definitely value. So yeah, I like Max on DraftKings. He's going to be getting takedowns. He's going to be racking up those points. I'll go with him by decision. Who are you talking to?
I hear a cat in the background.
Oh, really?
Oh, so I don't have a cat.
Oh, well, you might have heard my cat. I couldn't hear it.
Next fight, we got Guru's girlfriend, Roxy Modafferi versus Lauren Murphy. Kelton, who do you got?
Oh, man. Like, I was actually really interested in this fight at first. Like, I wanted to bet Roxanne Modafferi just because, like, I really respect this girl, man. Just, like, pioneer of women's MMA. Been around forever. And, like, you watch her fights from, like, watch Tough Run and, like, her Japan fights before that. She didn't even look like a fighter, bro. But ever since she moved out to Las Vegas, working on that striking, her jiu-jitsu's ever improving. She's a serious black belt, like, for sure. Yeah. Like, she can grapple her ass off for sure. I feel like if this fight hits the mat, she's definitely the much superior grappler than Lauren Murphy. We've seen Lauren Murphy grind it out on the ground before. She basically got dominated in the mat against Ciara Eubanks. Granted, CRU Banks beat Roxanne too, but honestly, man, like, and even on the feet, like, I feel like Roxanne's made strides there, and she can compete with Murphy there. So, but the thing is, like, Roxanne, she lacks a lot, and I don't know if she has the capabilities to really like dominate this fight, like maybe even finish Lauren, or even make it like a clear dominant round. Like, I know she absolutely butchered the hell out of Macy Barber, but like, that's an injured fighter right there. Unless some crazy shit happens, this fight is most likely going to end up being close. I just slightly edge Roxy for all the reasons I brought up. I just feel like, technically speaking, she's the superior fighter, but Lauren Murphy's like a strong girl, and she's been making improvements in her own right. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if Lauren has moments of her own in this fight. Like, I can see her like just muscling around Roxy, gets up against the cage, landing the harder. She's definitely going to land the harder shots on the feet. It's a close one. I'll go Roxy 29-28. I'll say unanimous.
Well, I already know that Diehard Clint and Guru are going to be punching themselves right now. They're probably punching walls because I'm picking Warren Murphy, dude. I think Murphy's going to get the job done. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm going to bet her yet. I'm still waiting on the line. I saw that my boy Spot On Picks, what's up, how to bet on her, and then I guess he canceled it. You know what, man, dude, Murphy, her last two fights, dude, she looked like the best Murphy we've ever seen. I know that the KGB fight could have been a robbery. I mean, KGB probably won that fight, but she looked good, dude. I mean, dude, Murphy's chin, dude, like, dude, I was really impressed. And I don't think that the striking on the feet is that close. I think Murphy's the way better striker. I think that she has more power. I don't think Roxy's that good in the feet, dude. I mean, I don't. I mean, she has, Jesus, she had the better, sorry, I got distracted. She had the better grappling. But, you know, she has a good ground game. That's my worry. If Murphy gets taken down, because I do think that Roxy can get her down. But I think Murphy can pick her apart on the feet. I mean, I know she has a really good chin, Roxy, but I wouldn't be surprised, man, if Murphy got a KO either. Dude, this is a good girl fight. But yeah, Roxy, she gets hit a lot, dude. She has no defense, dude. And I know people are talking about her Instagram that she looks so jacked. I mean, she looks good, dude. She definitely, you know, has bigger biceps than you. But I still think that Lauren Murphy's gonna get the job done. So I think that she can keep it on the feet. And I'll say Lauren Murphy by a 29-28 decision. I see that she has 66% takedown defense. Like I said, I do think that she can get taken down, but I just don't see Roxy being able to control her for 3 rounds. So I mean, there's a lot of hype on Roxy right now because the whole Macy Barber fight. I mean, come on, guys. Macy Barber tore ACL within the first 10 seconds. So if Macy Barber didn't tear her ACL, I mean, what do you think would have happened? I still think Barber would have won. So I'll go with Lauren Murphy by decision. Next fight, we got Matt the Steamroller Frevola versus Frank Camacho. This is a very interesting fight. I do want to play Matt Frevola, but I'm just waiting right now and see if he hits plus money. I'm looking for my notes right now, and I do not even know where they are. I'm a fucking idiot. Where the hell are these notes? Where are they? Okay, anyways, we'll just talk about the notes. But yeah, so one thing about Frevola that I don't like is that obviously the guy gets hit. He gets hurt like every fight, but he's tough, dude. He's a tough dude. And the Lando fight, I thought he got raw. I thought he won that fight. And then he had 2 good wins against Jalen Turner and his last fight against Bob Ross. I bet on Frevola last fight, and I thought he got the job done. A lot of people thought that Bob Ross won that fight. I don't think so. I think that it was a close fight. But I think the wrestling is what did it for Frevola. I know his striking is not the best. He has good weight kicks. He has a good right hand. But the thing I like about him a lot, especially in this matchup, is cardio, dude. This guy's cardio is so good, dude. Me and him have like the same cardio. I feel like I have like the best cardio out there, but you does too. But but yeah, dude. Camacho's a beast, dude. In the first round, he has good boxing, but I see him slowing down, and he can definitely get taken down as well. So I'm gonna go with Matt the Steamroller Frevola. I think he's gonna Camacho, and I think he's going to get him out of there by submission in the second round. But Camacho could get a first round finish for sure. I know Polo Reyes did, but wasn't Polo Reyes on the juice in that fight? I think he was. So I'm going to go for Frevola.
I mean, I don't know if it's so much that. I think it's just the fact that Frevola ran straight into his fist, bro. Like
yeah, he gets hit. Like that's the thing with Frevola. Like last fight, I was like fucking like about to break my TV when I had a bet on him. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? But yeah, I'll go with Matt the Steamroller Frevola by submission. And if he hits plus money, I will be playing him. What do you got?
Man, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with Matt Frevola. I just slightly edge him here, though. This is probably one of the toughest fights on the card for me to pick. Like, obviously, Camacho, he's going to have the striking advantage here. He might even be able to tag that suspect chin of Matt Frevola. You know, like Justin mentioned, Frevola, it's not the prettiest on the feet for sure. It's kind of sluggish. That's not to say he's a bad athlete or anything. He's a great athlete. I like the way he mixes in the takedowns, and that's exactly what he has to do here because, you know, if he can't get the takedowns, he's simply not going to win this fight. That being said, that is Frank Camacho's weakness. We've seen him get taken down time after time in his career, and I think Matt Frevola is a tough enough guy. I think he learned his lesson from the Polo fight. I think aside from a low percentage knockout, he should be able to gather up enough top control time in this fight. I'm going to say he wins at least 2 rounds. So I'll say 29-28 unanimous decision for Frevola. If you happen to get him a dog money, that's a good bet. What's up?
Dude, BK, what the hell? You said that Camacho has good cardio? No, he does not, dude. Camacho gasses every fight, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, I don't think Camacho has the greatest cardio in the world.
BK, you got to weigh off that devil's lettuce, dude. Come on. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. That is sad, dude. The guy has terrible cardio, dude. Terrible.
Yeah, I don't think Matt Frevola has the best cardio in the world either, though. Like, I can see this fight getting sloppy if it gets late, but I just think the wrestling is going to be enough. Like, I just think, like, you know, the judges will see, like, one takedown and automatically give him the round. And that's another thing. I don't know if Camacho is going to be able to go all out on the feet here, just knowing that Frevola is probably going to be shooting. I know Frevola is probably going to mix in those kicks, too, kind of ice the power of Camacho. So, yeah, I mean, really, besides that Polo fight, Frevola's been looking kind of solid in the UFC, man. I mean, we can almost argue he should be 3-0 in his last 3 fights, which, I mean, not against the worst competition in the world either. Like, I view Violent Bob Ross as a pretty decent prospect. I think he's about to dominate somebody in his next fight. Can't wait to talk about that one. He beat Jalen Turner, too. Me and Justin have both bet on Jalen Turner in that fight. We thought he would smoke Frevola. We were dead wrong there. That was a rough one, but yeah. Going to go with the steamroller here.
So next fight, we got to play. Both of us are on this. We got Courtney Casey versus Jalen Roberson. Kelton, who you got?
Oh, man, I got to pull up my notes for this one. There's so much shit I don't want to forget here. But yeah, there's no surprise here. Me and Justin are, well, I mean, there might be a little bit of surprise for Justin. I know he's been on Jillian in the past, so even I was kind of surprised to see him on Casey here. But yeah. Hey, I just think he's being realistic about this fight. So, like, let's talk about it. Firstly, like the line, Courtney Casey opened a favorite, like -125, -130. It was the public that actually moved it in favor of Jillian Roberson. Now she's the favorite. Well, actually, now it's Pick'em, but at one point Jillian was -140, -130. Like she got up there, and I don't see it, man. I don't know what the reasoning behind that was. Like, it can't be based on resume because, you know, I mean, what's Jillian Robertson's best win? Probably Molly McCann, who I'm really not even that sold on to begin with. And then, you know, you look at Courtney Casey's record. I mean, she's got wins over Angela Hill, Randa Marcos. I mean, long time top girls, man. And even some of the fights she lost, like arguable wins, like the Michelle Watterson fight. I thought she definitely should have got that. And even go back to her UFC debut, man. If you've never seen her fight against Joanne Calderwood, she got that fight on short notice, debut. And her and JoJo put on a war. That was a great-ass fight. Huge fan of Courtney Casey. I think she's much better than her record indicates. But so I know it can't be based on resume why the public decided to go on Jillian Roberson. So maybe it's how they match up. But, like, when I really think about it, so on the feet, in my opinion, Jillian has showed basically zero striking. Just absolutely blown away by Macy Barber. And, you know, shown bad striking altogether, all her fights. The wrestling is really why, because Jillian Roberson, she's a relentless wrestler, and that's Courtney Casey's biggest weakness. Let's not even beat around the bush. She's got like a 40% takedown defense. That is her weakness. She gets taken down all the time. She got taken down in her last fight by Mara Barella, who's like a bad fighter. So that's pretty much why. But like the thing is, like Courtney Casey, she's so much better on the mat with the jiu-jitsu. Like Jillian, her game is revolved around being aggressive on the mat, and that opens her up, man. Like we've seen her guard subbed before. Like she was relentless against Mayra Bueno. She took her down. She got subbed in the guard, and like we've seen Courtney Casey do this, and like not even against Mara Barella. Like she got taken down, subbed her from the bottom there. We've seen her do that against Randa Marcos too, bro. Like she got taken down, subbed Randa Marcos, you know, a top 15 girl on the ground, and Michelle Watterson fight. She didn't sub her there. She actually lost that fight. Thought she should have won, but like again, she reversed Michelle Watterson, who's also really good on the mat. Got on top of her, you know, past guard on Michelle Watterson. So like, I mean, and if you look at Jillian, yeah, she's going out and subbing these girls, but I don't think it's at the girls at the level that Courtney Casey's fighting. I just feel like Courtney Casey, she's been there, higher level. I feel like she's really got her wherever this fight goes. So on the feet, she can outstrike her. If Jillian takes her down, I just feel like Courtney Casey's going to be throwing up those subs. She might catch one. If not, she can use those subs, you know, sweep her, get back up to your feet, do whatever. I just feel like Courtney Casey, like she's got more of a fighter mentality. Jillian Robertson is a little sketch in there. She has a lot of sketch moments. I feel like she kind of doubts herself once it gets past that second round a lot of the times. Like, look at her resume. Like, I believe she's 1-2 or 1-3 in fights that go past like the midway point of the second round. Like, it's not good. I feel like Courtney Casey has a big cardio edge here too, man. So I don't get the dog money whatsoever. I'm comfortable wherever this fight goes. Give me Courtney Casey all day long. I'm going to say, I feel like a sub from Courtney Casey is likely here, but I'm just going to go with a decision. I'm going to say 29-28 unanimous. I can't believe she's dog money.
Just answer that question quick because BK was talking about. You said, when does Casey go for sweeps? She went for sweeps against Michelle Watterson.
She swept Michelle Watterson, bro.
Yeah, maybe you should watch that fight, BK. Anyways, I got Courtney Casey. You know, I like Roberson. I'm a Roberson fan. I usually bet on her every fight. But, dude, I just think it's a bad matchup for her, man. Courtney Casey's obviously the better striker. I feel like 125 is the best weight class for her. She looked really filled out. I like the fact that she's training in that Henry Cejudo's camp, you know, really fucking good camp. The only thing that I don't like about her, she gets taken down a lot, but she has a good ground game, dude. I mean, she has, you know, multiple submissions. Look at her last fight. Look at the fight against Randa Marcos. She's content off her back, but the girl has really fucking long legs. She's a brown belt in BJJ, just like Roberson. Roberson left ATT. I believe that she's just training with Thomas. I think like Dean Thomas, her main training partner is Hannah Goldie. I like Roberson, but if you watch her fights, I mean, like you said, she's in a lot of sketch moments, dude. And I do think that she quits on herself, man, when she can't get the finish. And I think it's going to be really tough to get Courtney Casey out of there in that first round, dude. Courtney Casey's, you know, she's in a lot of close fights. You watch the Calvillo fight, the Watterson fight, the Angela Hill. It's hard finishing her, dude. She's only been finished one time by submission, like I think before the UFC. So I got to go with Courtney Casey. I think the first round's going to be a sweat for sure because I think Roberson can get her down. But, yeah, I got Casey, man. I think that Casey could tap her out. I think Casey, if she keeps it on the feet, she's going to win a decision or possibly get a TKO. Roberson's a little chinny, dude. She's finished twice, dude, by strike. So I'll go with Courtney Casey, and I'll go with a TKO. Next fight, battle of the fucking jobbers. We got Mark fucking Barriault versus Oscar Piechota. Now, I've been going back and forth this fight. So initially I had Piechota, but then when I watched the tape, I was like, oh my God, am I seriously going to pick this fucking jabroni and Barriault? I bet on fucking Barriault his first two fights. He went out there and looked like my fucking mom out there. He looked terrible. I mean, the thing in this matchup, though, is that he actually has a lot of advantages. Number one, he has the way better cardio. Number two, I feel like he's more technical. I think Piechota's gas tank is fucking like, dude, it's terrible, bro. It's so bad, dude. I like Piechota, like, you know, like even the Tim Williams fight, though. I mean, dude, Tim Williams fucking clipped him, bro. And then last fight, you know, oh, dude, I wish I would have been on that fight with you with Soriano, bro. He killed Piechota, man. Terrible gas tank. He has a good ground game, you know, good BJJ, but I think it's going to be tough to control Barriault on the mat. I mean, Jocko had a tough time taking him down. I mean, Barriault even took down Jocko too. I mean, Barriault has, you know, Andrew Sanchez had a tough time too. I think that He has to get this fight down on the mat to win. I think on the feet, it's just the chin, the cardio. I think that Barriault hits harder. He's more technical. He has better cardio. My mind's telling me to bet on Barriault, but I'm not doing it because it's the ultimate jabroni fest. But I will go with Barriault by a finish, and I will be looking to fade Barriault in the future. What about you?
Yeah, man, you said it, bro. Complete jobber fight. I mean, both these guys
God.
are 0-3, 0-3 in their last 3 fights. Yeah, but like the thing is, I feel like if you watch those 3 losses from Piechota and then 3 losses from Barriault, they're different losses for sure. I mean, Piechota is out there taking life-absorbing damage, gassing the fuck out. Barriault's out there winning rounds against Jocko. It's just like, if anything, I feel like the last fight from Barriault was probably arguably the worst, just because he's out there getting taken down 5 times by a guy that lost to Fluffy. I know you're still high on Fluffy, but I don't.
No, I'm not high on him anymore, bro.
No, not high on Fluffy anymore, huh?
No, I would seriously pick coconut bombs over him if they fought. I'm not even kidding.
Oh yeah, I mean, I probably would too, honestly, especially that 185, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, not a good look from Barriault getting taken down 5 times by Chinese fighter number 17, whatever his name was.
Hey, don't be racist.
I mean, yeah, like Piechota, allegedly a black belt, and I've seen some good grappling chops in the past. Like, dude can grapple. I mean, he dominated Gerald Mearshart in that first round before he gassed out. Like, if Piechota had a gas tank, and he was able to go out and do to GM3 in rounds 2 and 3 what he did in round 1, I mean, we'd be talking about like a top 20 guy at that point. But the fact is, the guy doesn't have cardio. He doesn't like to get hit either. Let's just be honest. He likes backing himself up against the cage, and Barriault, a guy who's, his game is going out there and trying to take your head off. So I kind of feel like I'm going to say Oscar comes out and absolutely dominates Barriault in the first round. I'm going to say he takes him down, takes his back. I'm going to say he holds back control for like 3 or 4 minutes, searches for the choke. Second round starts. He's a little tired. Barriault starts to land some good shots, gets him backed up against the cage. I'm going to say Marc-Andre Barriault for the upset. I'm going to say he gets a TKO. And, he's 7,600 on DraftKings. That's probably got to be a pretty good underdog play there. So, yeah, let's go Barriault. But let's be honest. We can't be confident whatsoever. Like, is anybody going to be surprised if he gets tapped out by a black belt? Like, probably not.
I can't do it, dude. I know I'm picking him to win. I can't, dude. Because if I bet him, dude, oh my God, and he loses, I will seriously probably burn my whole apartment. I'm so pissed.
I like that we're both picking him, though. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, DraftKings, baby.
Next fight, man. We got my girl. We got Brianna Van Buren versus Tecia Torres. Kelton, who do you got?
Oh man, this is a good fight. I really like this fight. Like, this is probably. Looking through, obviously we have the bet on Courtney Casey, so we're hyped on that one. But skill for skill wise, I love the strawweight division. I think that's probably the best division in the UFC. This is a really good fight, man. Tecia Torres is on a 4-fight losing streak, but look who the fuck she's been losing to. Arguably 4 top 5 girls, and this is a massive step down for her, and this is a massive step up for Brianna Van Buren, but. The thing is, if you watch the tape, she absolutely has the skills to hang in there with top 15 girls. So, I have no reason to believe she can't hang with Tecia Torres. She absolutely can. Now, if we want to talk about a minus 200 line, I think that's a little out there, to be honest. Just because,
I was gay right now. All right, go ahead.
Talking to me?
No, go ahead.
If you look at Tecia before those 4 fights, that girl was a little money making machine. She was out there basically beating everyone who wasn't a top 5, top 10 girl. She was a model of consistency. So I got a lot of respect for Tecia. She has a good striking game. She's a little small for the division. She can wrestle too. You remember she dominated Angela Hill with wrestling back in the day, which that's not saying much. That was a green Angela Hill with no takedown defense, but she's got a all right wrestling game. So I don't see anybody blowing anyone out of the water here. I see a close fight here. I'm just going to slightly edge Brianna Van Buren. I feel like she's got more pop in her punches. She probably does have the better wrestling. She's got the higher ceiling. I mean, I can definitely see this girl reaching the top 5 one day, maybe fighting for a title. I don't think she'll ever hold that title. I think she might be a little small for the division. Like, if she get Joanna Jędrzejczyk or a Wiley Zhang, like some people are talking, damn, dude, I don't think she's going to fare well at all against those girls. Even if she fought like a Tatiana Suarez, like Tatiana Suarez would probably fucking ragdoll her around. So, yeah, I think people should pump the brakes on the Brianna Van Buren future champion talk, but she's going to win this fight. I mean, Tisha Torres, she loses fights. Yeah, they're against the top girls, but I mean, she loses fights, and I think Brianna Van Buren is potentially a top girl. So, yeah, I'm going to go with her to edge it out. But if you want to bet her minus 200, that's a little risky business in my opinion. So moving on to the next fight while Justin is gone. Oh, man. Like, guys, I was pretty pumped for this fight when I first saw her. We got Bobby Green and Clay Guida, a couple of vets. Man, my first instinct, like, I know if you look at the record of Bobby Green, he's like fucking what? Like 1 win, 1 draw, and 5 losses in his last 7 or some crazy shit like that. But dude, like if you watch the tape on Bobby Green, I think you can argue that he might even be in the best form of his career right now. I thought he arguably beat Drakkar Klose. I thought he arguably beat Trinaldo. So I thought Bobby Green could easily be 2-0 in his last 2 fights. And then you got Clay Guida on the other side, who is losing rounds to BJ Penn in 2019, barely has like any cardio left. He's never had a submission defense game in the first place. I see Bobby Green up there on Instagram posting pictures of him in the gi. I'm actually going to come out here with the sleeper pick and say Bobby Green wins this fight. I'm going to say he wins this fight by submission. I feel like when he gets this fight, I'm going to say he rocks Clay Guida, actually. I'm going to say he rocks him, follows him to the mat, and I'm going to say he locks in a choke. So Clay Guida is going to take his, 10th, 15th submission loss here.
Wait, did you skip my pick?
Did you give your pick?
No, I don't think I gave my vampire pick because I was talking. My bad.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
go ahead, man.
It's all good. My bad, dude.
Fights in a row now. Hey, you just distracted, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I got Van Buren here, dude. I think that she's a good grappler. I like the pressure that she brings. She's fucking strong. I like her striking. I know that she hasn't beaten the best competition. I cashed a sweet underdog bet last fight versus Livia Souza, who a lot of people fucking thought was good. I mean, I don't see it. But yeah, Tisha's on a 4-fight losing streak, against good competition. But I think the game of Van Buren is just, I think she's going to go out there and pressure her, hurt her on the feet, and get her down, dude. So I'm going to go with Van Buren. I think that she's going to get a nice decision win. Next fight, we got Bobby Green versus Clay Guida. Short breakdown for me. I like Bobby Green. The guy's from SoCal. I got to go with my SoCal guys. Clay Guida, I mean, the dude has badass fucking cardio. His hair is fucking badass. But the dude just quits. He's been subbed like 300 times. He's taking a lot of damage. I think Bobby Green's going to pick him apart. And I heard that you said Bobby Green gets submission win. I would not be surprised that happened at all. Bobby Green has a very underrated grappling game. I thought he won his last 2 fights. I feel bad, that with his record, because, I mean, dude, he won his last 2 fights. But I'll go with Bobby Green with a TKO. So next fight is just the main card. We're almost done. Let's fucking go. We got Jim Miller versus my other boy from SoCal, Roosevelt Roberts. So initially I thought that Jim Miller might be, but then when I watched the tape, it's not happening. Jim Miller, the guy has terrible cardio. He has to get a first round finish, in my opinion. Roberts fought weeks ago. He looked so fucking good. I fucking love him, man. He's a good prospect. Great fucking striking. He has good cardio, he has good pressure, he has a great jab, he has a fucking serious guillotine, he has a legit ground game. I think he's a terrible matchup for Jim Miller. Jim Miller has to get it out in the first round. And if he does, over. So I got Roosevelt Roberts, and I'm going to go with a second round submission. Who do you got, Calvin?
Man, I love Roosevelt Roberts in this spot. I don't have a bet right now. I really want to have a bet on him, though. I just don't know how I want to approach it. Like, there's nobody else I really want to parlay him with. Like we mentioned the last fight, Bobby Green. Like I thought about parlaying up Bobby Green and Roosevelt Roberts, but like I don't know. Like I know I just gave like a nice clean breakdown on how Bobby Green wins this fight and how much better he is than Clay Guida at this point. But it feels kind of gross to come out here and parlay Bobby Green, who, I mean, like I said at the beginning of that breakdown, he's what, 1 win, 1 draw, and 5 losses in his last 7 fights or something like that. So, like, I don't know. It's just sketchy to me. So I'm actually thinking about just playing Roosevelt Roberts straight here. I'm trying to think if I'm confident enough to drop the old 5-unit max bet on him at minus 240 odds to win 2 units. I'm thinking about it, but if I do that, that's going to be my last play because that would just be a lot. And we're going to talk about the next fight. I have 4.2 units on the line in that fight. So I don't know if I want to have 2 big bets on the same card, but that's kind of looking like the way it's headed. There's not many other spots I like. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm probably going to end up dropping a big bet on Roosevelt Roberts here. Like Justin said, Jim Miller's cardio is just like, like a D- these days. It's not good at all. Roosevelt Roberts has a huge size advantage here too, man. Like, I feel like he's going to be able to use his reach. And like, if Jim Miller happens to get this to the mat, which, I mean, that is what he has to do. He's got to get this to the mat and get a submission. Like, I feel like Roosevelt absolutely can hang in that realm, dude. Like, I mean, he's a tricky guy. He's got those long limbs. He can make shit happen. I mean, just don't get caught in a choke in round 1, dude. Because, like, if this fight gets to round 2, I mean, you're the better athlete. You're going to have the better cardio. I mean, his confidence is high right now. He just got a huge finish win. Granted, it was against a jobber and Brock Weaver. But, yeah, I love Roosevelt in this fight, man. Just get out of that first round. Don't get subbed in it. Let's go.
So, next fight, who do we got? Let's check. Oh, shit, bro. We got Belal Muhammad versus Lyman Good. Kelton, what do you got?
Oh, man, there's that 4.2 unit play. I got on him Belal Muhammad, man. He's minus 130 now. I took minus 140. Unfortunately, I should have been a little more patient. Is what it is. I love Belal here, man. I just love Belal in general. Like, he's a very good fighter. I feel like the only thing that's missing in Belal's game, and like, this is no disrespect on him, it is what it is. He's just not the most athletic guy in the world. But like, when it comes to technique, toughness, durability, just like overall work ethic, cardio, like Belal has it all, dude. I mean, technique, when it comes to the striking too, I mean, guy can box, guy can wrestle. His jiu-jitsu is really good. I mean, Belal Muhammad has that overall game you want. He's got the fight IQ too. Like, I can literally go on and on about all the great attributes Belal Muhammad has. And in my opinion, he's absolutely a top 15 guy now. On the other side here, you got Lyman Good. And man, I just don't understand the money that's coming in on him. Like, I know he came out and looked like a world beater last fight against Chase Rencounter, but I mean, Jesus Christ, not only did Chance Rencounter not follow the game plan at all, and he only shot once the entire fight, not only did he fight like shit, just like, like, I feel like all the damage added up. I know everyone was saying before that fight, myself included, how epic Chance's chin is, but like, that's just like kind of a testament to how much this guy gets fucking hit, how like stiff he is on the feet. Like, I mean, me and Justin both bet Chance in that fight, and like, we'll be happy to admit how shitty of a bet it was. Like, that made matchup for Lyman. That's not how it is at all here, man. Like, Belal Muhammad, he's going to come out and expose that grappling game of Lyman Good. We've seen Lyman Good get
what are you
taken
talking
down.
about?
Literally,
shut up. Go ahead. Not
literally his entire career. I mean, dating back to the Bellator days against Ben Askren and Rick Hahn and Andrei Koreshkov. I mean, historically, wrestling is how Lyman Good has lost fights. Striking is his bread and butter. I just feel like, I don't know, he's a lot scarier than he looks. Let me say that, because like, yeah, he has power, but he doesn't fight like he has power. He fights like a point fighter. So he's a guy, he's jacked, he's got power, but he fights like a point fighter. So like, the only time he's really getting knockouts is when he's fighting Ben Saunders, Chance Rencounter, and who was the first guy he beat in his UFC debut? Andrew Craig. Like, I mean, if you look at the resumes here, man, I mean, Belal Muhammad has gone out and proven much more. Like, I feel like he deserves at least minus 175 odds here beside him. I feel like if Lyman Good is able to, show improvements, stuff the takedowns, keep this on the feet, then it's probably going to be a close fight, maybe a 50-50 fight, but I just don't think that's how it's going to go, man. I feel like Belal Muhammad is going to he's going to go out there and grind. He's going to pressure this guy. He's going to take him down. Maybe not at will, but like he's going to work for those takedowns, and he's going to get at least a few of them. So Belal Muhammad's going to win rounds here. He's going to take a 30-27 decision. So let's go.
Yeah, dude, I got Belal here as well. I think that, he probably has to mix it up because on the feet, it's close. I mean, Good has technical striking. He's big. He's on juice. Good pressure. But Belal has also good technical striking. I think Belal has a good right hand. He actually hurt Millender a couple times. But yeah, they both have good cardio. I think that Belal probably has the better cardio, but, Good doesn't have bad cardio. The thing is, we've seen Good lose the grapplers, and Belal has good grappling. So I do think that Belal is, probably just going to outwork him, outstrike him, get some takedowns, to win the round. So I'll go with Belal. I'll go with the decision. He has a great chin. People act like the guy's chinny. This guy's been knocked out once. The dude's tough. If you rematch Jourdain, it would be easy money. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone agrees with that, Belal. So I got Belal, and I think you're going to cash, and I might be joining you on that bet.
Let's go.
Next fight, we got Rocky Pennington versus Marion Reneau. This is a good fight, dude. This is one of those fights where, if Reneau was younger, I'd be betting her. I just can't because she's old. But yeah, I'm picking her to win. I think that Reneau, she's a dog, dude. I thought that she won her last fight versus Kunitskaya. It sucked. The Zingano fight, she couldn't get up. Rocky has a better grappling. It's just, is Rocky going to be able to take her down? Is Rocky even going to shoot? Rocky's a shell of herself. She has good boxing. She beat Aldana. The Aldana fight, if they rematch, I think Aldana would beat her. I think Reneau has good hands. I think that she has good boxing, good pressure. She's a BJJ black belt. She has good cardio. And I just think that she's going to outwork her. I think that she's going to, have the striking exchanges on the feet. And I know she's hitting a long layoff, but I like her striking, bro. I mean, I like her right hand. She's putting in work with Aspen Ladd. I think Rocky's going to have to out-grapple her, and I just don't see her controlling her on the mat. So I'm going to go with Marion Reneau, and I'm going to go with a decision win. What do you got?
Are you going to bet her?
No, I already said that. I'm not betting her.
Why? She's the underdog.
I'm not betting
her. A good-sized one, too.
She's too old. I can't do it. That's why I'm not betting her, but I think she's going to get the job done.
Do you really think she's going to get the job done then?
Yeah, I'm picking her to win, but I don't think I'm not going to bet her.
I feel like if you're picking her at those odds, you should bet her. But honestly, bro, I completely disagree with you. Like you said, Raquel is a shell of herself, which I completely disagree with. Like, yeah, she's lost 3 out of her 4 last fights, but like, dude, Holly Holm, Jermaine Durandamy, and Amanda Nunes, like with a win against Irene Aldana 2 fights ago, like Irene Aldana's legit as fuck. She just knocked out Kelton Vieira. She's about to fight Holly Holm. Like, Irene Aldana is a massive win, probably a better win than Marion Reneau will ever sniff. Now, of course, that doesn't matter. It's all about styles make fights, but Justin said Raquel Pennington needs to grapple to win this fight. I completely disagree with that. Her boxing is her bread and butter. I feel like she's a much better boxer than Marion Reneau here. Like, Raquel Pennington's probably fucking pumped. She doesn't need to fight a world-class striker like fucking Holly Holm or Jermaine Durandamy this time. I feel like Raquel, this is probably a really good bounce back for her, man, against a 44-year-old fighter who, I mean, the athleticism is athletically dropping day by day. Like, she's in good shape, but man, I like Raquel here. I think she's going to outbox Marion Reneau here probably all day long, and I feel like she could probably stuff any kind of grappling attempts. Like, I mean, look at Marion Reneau's record. Like, her best win is, a sub off her back against Sarah McMahon. It's like, I don't know, man. I'm not sold on Marion here. Like, Raquel Pennington is, I mean, she's been around the block, man. She's got some good wins. She's like a staple in the top 10 division at this point, and she's definitely got the boxing advantage here. You said Raquel Pennington has to grapple in this matchup, Justin?
I think so, but I mean, I don't know.
I mean, boxing is her bread and butter. I feel like she's a way better boxer than Marion Reneau. I couldn't hear you. You're muted.
I think Reneau's better on the feet.
I think you're smoking the good shit.
Definitely not.
But anyway, if you really are picking her, dude, you should bet her at those odds. But dude, the co-main event, bro, who you got?
Yeah, well, I have a play. Let me get my notes real quick. Some people talking shit right now saying, "Oh, you're 30 big play." Oh, Okay, so this is a good fight, man. Burgos is a good fighter. Yeah, he is a good fighter. I like Burgos. The guy has really good striking. I think Josh Emmett's a good fighter too. The reason why I'm going with Emmett here, this is my second play of the night. I don't think I talked about the odds. So Cordy Casey, I had 3 units at plus 100. This is my second bet. Josh Emmett plus 135, 3 units. Simply, Burgos fights with his hands down every fight, and I think that Emmett's going to catch him. I think Burgos is a little chinny. I think that he has not the best defense in the feet. I do agree that, Emmett does lose in some fights before he gets to KO, but he's one of the heaviest hitters in the division. And I just think that he's going to catch Burgos and get him out of there. If he doesn't, it's going to get close. I mean, could Emmett win a decision? I don't know. But I do think that he has the wrestling advantage and he has it in his back pocket. I know he hasn't, shot a takedown since 2016, but I do think he has the ground advantage. But I do think he can go out there and take a guy like Burgos down. I mean, the dude was a good wrestler, man. And people were just sweeping on him. And he's old. They're saying that, he's getting his ass kicked with Michael Johnson. He was losing the fight, but that overhand right, dude, is legit, man. He hits like a truck. And I know, shout out to Quinn, he was talking about it on his show. Kurt Holloway dropped him with the same right hand, dude. So, I mean, I definitely think that a guy like Emmett, he has 15 minutes to hurt Burgos. And once he hurts Burgos, I don't think Burgos will be able to recover, dude. So, like I said, Burgos is more technical. He throws a lot of volume. Emmett has a good chin too. I know he's been KO'd as well, but I got to go with the guy that hits like a truck and going against the guy that doesn't have the best defense, dude. So I'm going to go Shane Burgos getting KO'd, and I got Josh Emmett by a third-round TKO. What about you?
I'm going to disagree with you on this one, man. I like Shane Burgos. I just feel like he's got a youth advantage. He's got a size advantage, nice little 5-inch reach advantage. He's definitely got a volume advantage. You definitely bring up good points, dude. Like, the defense is bad. He's hittable. He leaves his hands down, and, like, that's scary against a guy like Josh Emmett because you can argue Josh Emmett has, like, that special kind of power. Like, that dude hits fucking hard, man. Thing is, like, if he can't get Shane Burgos out of there, I mean, what's going to happen? He's probably going to get picked apart in this fight, dude. Like, if you go and watch the tape on Josh Emmett, like, he's losing these fights. Like, he was losing the fight to Michael Johnson before he got the KO. And really, man, if you watch his career, I mean, he looks average up until the point he knocks out these guys. So, like, and this is no diss on Josh Emmett. I mean, great wins on his resume, deserves to be in the top 20 of the best organization. Like, but the thing is, I feel like he's an average fighter with one elite quality, and that's his power. And I feel like that's got him to the point where, he's getting these big fights, these top 15 guys, main events against Jeremy Stephens. But I don't know, man. I feel like he was, not exposed in that Jeremy Stephens fight, but like that was his. I mean, Jeremy Stephens is who we give these prospects to get big wins over. Like, Jeremy Stephens is the guy we give Yair Rodriguez to get a big win. Calvin Cater. Josh Emmett didn't pass that Jeremy Stephens test. He actually failed with flying colors. I know he spent like a few days in the hospital from that one, but of course that has nothing to do with anything. I just think this speaks on the terms of, like, Shane Burgos, in my opinion, is a higher caliber guy. I think he has the higher ceiling here. And if Emmett cannot get him out of here, dude, like, I think it's going to be a long night. I think he's going to absorb a lot of strikes. It's not going to be a pretty one for him. And some people argued Emmett can wrestle here too, but, like, I don't think he wants to go on the mat with a guy like Burgos. Burgos has some of the most underrated BJJ out there. Like, nobody talks about Shane Burgos grappling, but it's really good.
It is. Yeah, it is.
And, what I like about, of course, this isn't something I like, but that Holloway fight where he rocked Shane Burgos, like, that's a clean, big punch. Shane Burgos ate that and was able to get the win, 20 seconds later with a sub. Like, dude has great recoverability. He can take a shot. So I feel like even if Josh Emmett lands the big one here, drops him, I feel like Shane Burgos can keep composure and, on to the next round. So I'm going to go with him via I'll say he wins a 30-27 decision, but, like, taking decent dog odds on a guy who hits as hard as Josh Emmett, like, I can't blame you for that. So we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, main event, Volkov versus Curtis Blaydes. I'll keep this short this week. I'll go first. Yeah, I got Blaydes. I mean, the line's off for sure, I think. But, yeah, Blaydes, man, he has, the really, really good wrestling, dude. Volkov, has been taken down before. Blaydes' striking's improved a lot. Obviously, I'm not trying to play Blaydes at minus 360, but I think he's a really good fighter. I think he's the future champ. I think that he's improved so much. I think that he could bust up Volkov on the feet. I do think that Volkov has good striking. He has good knees and a good jab, but I just see Blaydes taking him down and getting the TKO on the mat. So I'll go Curtis Blaydes. Kelvin, what do you got?
Yeah, I got Curtis Blaydes here, man. It's just so crazy to see those odds against Alexander Volkov because Volkov is a guy I have so much respect for, man. Like, I know I'm probably going to 99% of the podcast I probably listen to this week is just going to Blaydes domination, 50-45, 50-44, TKO, ground and pound. Like, everyone's going to pick Curtis Blaydes, including myself. I just want to give Alexander Volkov more props than probably most people will, because like if you go back and watch this dude's Bellator career, man, like I mean, pretty close to zero takedown defense. Even his striking was kind of sloppy at points. Like, this is a guy who made like a huge career transformation. Big fan of Alex Volkov. He's got some big wins in the UFC too. The Fabricio Verdum knockout. I mean, the guy knocked out Fabricio Verdum, and this is pre-suspension Verdum. We're talking about the good Verdum, not the Verdum that showed up against fucking Alexei Olenek. That was the bad Verdum. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Volkov, man. I think the takedown defense has just come along so far. Like, just watch his fight against Tony Johnson. I think that's the guy's name back in Bellator back in the day. Like, holy shit, just could not get the guy off of him. Could not get back up to his feet. Just bad back in the day, but improved big time. I feel like he's probably still not going to be able to stuff against a guy like Curtis Blaydes. I mean, we're talking about, one of the best heavyweights in the world, other than a couple of losses to Francis Ngannou. Curtis Blaydes has basically been perfect. So I'm going to pick him to win this fight. I think he's going to get takedowns, but I'll give Volkov the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say he lasts the full 5 rounds. So I'll say Curtis Blaydes 50-45, but like, I'm not going to do it. If anyone wants to take the shot on Volkov at plus 300 or above, like, guys, we're talking about a heavyweight fight, one of the best strikers in the heavyweight division. I mean, something could happen here. I mean, would it really be that crazy if he caught Blaydes with an uppercut coming in or something like that? Like, I don't know. Just don't parlay Curtis Blaydes at minus 400 or whatever he is. I know he's one of the best fighters in the world, but I mean, put some respect on Alexander Volkov's name because this is a tough fight.
Yeah, man. So that is the card. We'll recap on our plays so far for me, Courtney Casey, and my second bet is on. I don't even know who my second bet is, dude. Jesus Christ, who did I bet on?
Emmett, bro. You fucking. Why are you so distracted, bro?
I don't know. Who are your plays?
Right now, man, I got the 4.2 units on Belal at minus 140 to win 3 units. And then I got 3 units on Courtney Casey at plus 100 to win 3 units. And then I'm potentially looking at a 5-unit max bet on Roosevelt Roberts, but stay tuned for that because I'm not 100% sure yet.
Yeah, man. Next card, it's a good card, and I'm sure we'll be on time. Sorry for that. And yeah, thanks for everybody to like and subscribe. Sorry for being 30 minutes late. We have like 60 people in the chat tonight. Thank you. Shout out to Kelton's shirt. It's pretty sick. All right, guys. So I guess we will see you guys soon. Like and subscribe, and take it easy.